Mr. Mittal, can I pick up on a thought that was controversial in the 36 hours before the announcements began this morning? The future of Sushma Swaraj, the future of L.K. Advani. It's no great secret that Mr. Modi wanted Mr. L.K. Advani to accept perhaps the Lok Sabha speakership. He had reservations about what sort of cabinet post he wanted to give Sushma ji. She had concerns about being one of the top 4. Now that he's brought the party to 275 and more on its own, and the alliance at 326, do you think he's going to get his way in terms of determining the future of L.K. Advani, Sushma Swaraj, Murli Manohar Joshi? He's a much more powerful man. Surely the capacity of these people to resist has come down hugely.
Karanji, my personal information is contrary to what you're stating.
Which is?
I think it's not something which should be public knowledge right now.
But in which case, how can you say it's contrary?
And let's not be doomsday, predictors.
Oh no, I'm not a doomsday. I'm looking at the rising sun, and the rising sun is Mr. Modi, and I'm asking whether the shadow of L.K. Advani will now diminish.
Allow me. The rising sun believes in the politics of consensus right now. There are going to be extensive discussions, and things will be evolved according to what is a consensus. So I don't think all these apprehensions will hold ground. It's going to be a very, very smooth government formation. There is optimism, there is hope, and there is enthusiasm right now, because the responsibility to deliver.
Mr. Saab, you still haven't answered the question. What becomes of Mrs. Sushma Swaraj?
Will she be in the cabinet? There are reports that she's opting out.
I mean, as I said, let the government be formed. Instead of being anticipative about this will go wrong and that will go wrong.
Would you like to see Sushma Swaraj in the cabinet?
No, I mean, certainly the entire leadership of BJP has a sheen which will reflect itself in the cabinet.
Can I take you a little bit beyond this? You're right, we can't form the cabinet in this television studio, much as we'd like to. But what I want to ask you about is something much more worrying, which should be much more worrying for you, which is that aspirations have been raised to such a height. But in the past 10 years, you have supported the Congress party to pass laws that will make economic development in India virtually impossible. You can't put up a factory with the land acquisition bill. You've got welfare, you've got the Food Security Act that could bankrupt India without solving malnutrition. You went along with those bills. What do you think, Mr. Modi, to try and convince investors that India is going to change and that this kind of law is going to change too?
Have you seen what has happened to Sensex today?
Sunset?
Okay.
Sensex.
Okay.
What I need to do right now, we'll continue this discussion. We need to head into a very quick break. Just 30 seconds. We are hearing that Amrinder Singh is now leading by almost 50,000 votes.
He's
At
won.
this stage, to be able to reverse it seems almost impossible. A big defeat in this massive wave of jubilation for Arun Jaitley. In a moment from now, we'll start looking at the vote shares that we have available at noon. But India is set to welcome its new Prime Minister. The most powerful Prime Minister that India has had, most definitely since Rajiv Gandhi, also possibly since Indira Gandhi. This is a big day in the history of Indian politics. And here's what the new parliament looks like at this time. We've got trends now, which includes trends which is leads and wins for 541 of the 543 seats. Out of these, the NDA is winning on a whopping 324. That is 183 more than they won the last time. The UPA is currently leading only on 73. That's down 160 seats from the last time. Others are 144. Let's now come to Uttar Pradesh, where the BJP seems to have bettered all post polls. 67 leads for the Bharatiya Janata Party. That's 10 more than the peak under Vajpayee in 98-99 when the tally was 57. This is 67, 10 more from a base of only 10 seats. This is incredible because the BJP was done and dusted in Uttar Pradesh. Their vote share was only 18%. They've now been able to push this up to 67 seats. This is an electoral miracle.
See, when it was 57, then Uttarakhand was also there. If you subtract the seats of Uttarakhand, we were 53. The best performance was 53. Now it's 67 or 68. So it's phenomenally higher than all-time expectations.
Is this the biggest electoral turnaround that we've seen, Javed, in Uttar Pradesh? never has there been such a big vote share swing.
Rajiv Gandhi won all 85.
No, in Uttar Pradesh.
Yes, in Uttar
Pradesh.
Coming from a base of 10. I'm saying coming from a base, given where they were in the previous elections, the jump that they've established in their vote share.
So if I'm not wrong, the Janata Dal,
the most important thing is
Rajiv, Congress in UP in the 1989 elections. Janata Dal. 1989, they wiped out, the Congress had 0 seats from there. But this is by all yardsticks a phenomenal performance, and
it's a rejection of the politics of appeasement. We have to understand the mandate of UP. UP from 2007 onwards has been going for alternative experiences on the assumption of hope. Sapa say it goes to Basapa thinking no criminality, but she lands up having all the criminals in her party. 2009, Rahul Gandhi comes as a hope factor. He wins and he goes back. Sapa 2012, Akhilesh presents a new SP, no criminality, no dogma, no frivolity, and what he does is politics of appeasement. That's when UP decided we need an alternative. And the moment Mr. Modi was there, the alternative was very, very clear. So this is a rejection of politics of appeasement.
From Uttar Pradesh, let's come to Bihar. Let's take, because whichever state you look at, they're all being painted saffron this morning. In Bihar as well, the BJP doing much better than most BJP people, in fact, were anticipating. And Sudhanshu Mittal is readily agreeing to that, because they thought that Lalu was in with a fight. They thought it would be close. They thought they'll be in front. But they never thought that the wave in Bihar would be quite as significant as it turned out to be. Here it is. We've got leads and trends now for 39 out of 40 seats. Out of those, the NDA, that's the BJP and the Lok Janshakti Party, are leading in 26. The Congress and the RJD are leading only in 9. That's a gain of 3 over the last elections. And the biggest loser is the Janata Dal United of Nitish Kumar. That's down to 4.